Well, the boat is arriving back near Wichita. It's Wichita East specifically. It is picking up a whole bunch of stone. And that is the first ship I've ever had pick up cargo. So that's not bad. It's got 24 units of stone on there. Honestly, I'm hoping it can load up with more than that at some point, but that's okay. It is actually going to make some money at some point. The bricks line is making money. The stone to the boat line is making money. The loops are both making money, which is amazing news. This almost never happens. Honestly, I'm going to put more vehicles in the bricks line because I feel like there is more profit to be made there. So we're going to say 5 more vehicles. We're going to say make them red. We're going to say put them on the bricks line. And the stone to cargo boat line only has 2 vehicles. We could probably put a couple more on there. So let me go ahead and clone them. And hopefully we can get more stone onto that particular line. Wait, stone to cargo boat. That's it. Yeah, stone to bricks is the boat. Bricks to Westminster is that. So these 2... Yeah, you guys make money. All right, we good. I thought I was getting confused there. I am getting a bit confused, but it's fine. It's fine. So this, I just want you to make so much money. I want those 24 boulders to be worth so much. I want them to be like the boulders that, I don't know, Rey lifted with the Force in The Last Jedi. Okay, I want them to be those boulders specifically that you're carrying. They're really, really valuable to the right buyer. I'm gonna be honest. I said it at the end of the first part of this map. It's 6 in the morning. I've got a cup of coffee that's a little bit too strong, so I'm not really interested in drinking it. There may be a few things here and there that are a little bit weird that I say. I'm just making you aware. Is all I'm doing. Anyway, while we're waiting for the boat to get where we want it to go, I want to have another little look about here and make sure I'm not missing out on any amazing opportunities to do some good things. Because I mentioned it already, but we do have a bunch of farms in and around here that could go and make food, which could go to Westminster. And thinking about that a little bit more, that would mean that we're delivering everything that we possibly can into Westminster. That doesn't seem like a bad idea to me. That seems like a way to start getting a lot of things from Westminster. My only worry would be overloading this food processing plant, but I feel like we could make this work. I really do. It's got a direct connection to a farm there. We've got these 2 farms up here, which technically it can connect to. I would obviously build a bit of a road. In fact, you know what? We don't have a lot of money. Never mind. We're not going to build a road there. I think we might have to wait for the boat to arrive just to see what we can do, to be totally honest. We do want to be careful is what we want to do. We do definitely want to be careful with how much money we're spending here, because we are losing more than we are making at the minute is what we're doing. We are definitely doing that. Oh my God, you are so slow. You really are. I mean, I know it's a paddle boat, to be fair, and he's doing his best at 14 miles per hour, but I really do. I would appreciate a little more urgency is all I'm saying, you know? I would just a little bit more. It's already 1858 and I haven't made a single penny worth talking about. So a little bit of urgency would go a long way. Oh, wrong. I keep doing that. I mentioned I keep doing that. I keep pressing the numpad buttons to speed up the game. It doesn't work like that. I'll tell you what I think we are going to do. I think we're going to go in here and I think we're going to look at what the price of a road would be from this spot. Sort of cutting through the forest like this. So to about there, that seems okay. And then to about there. And then I just want it to go up this way. Obviously a bit of an unnecessarily curvy road, but that's all right. Then it's kind of just going to go straight this way. And kind of in over there by the farms is what I wanted to do. Because this way we can actually have vehicles, you know, go from these farms down to this factory so much quicker than they otherwise would. And that honestly didn't cost me as much as I thought it would. So we probably can, and those farms are closer, so we probably can go ahead and set up some vehicles to go from those farms to here, to Westminster, and then hopefully some magic will happen and some money will be made and Westminster will expand and we can put some buses in there. Or I keep saying buses and trucks and things like that. You know what I mean when I say buses and trucks. I mean horses and carts. You know, it's the same thing. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. All right. It's exactly the same thing. Horse, cart, truck, bus, whatever. How much are you making me? You were making a grand total of $247,000. $247,000, and it took you what, like 2 years to get there? Oh. Admittedly, I'm pretty sure it's going to be full going back. Nearly. Yeah, it will actually be full going back. So, I mean, it had what, 20 something? So maybe $500,000. That might actually end up making a profit, thinking about it. Yeah. That might actually end up making a profit. I think we are going to start making a profit here as well, especially with the bricks finally getting moved back to Westminster. So we might see some good things happen is what I'm saying. We might actually see some good things happen. With that in mind, let's get ourselves a couple of truck stops up here. I would love to have one for these 2 farms, if I'm totally honest. I really, really would. I would absolutely love to have one for 2 farms. I don't think that's going to be an option, so I guess single truck lines going out to each is what we're going to do. I think that's what we're going to have to do, unless we want to go like, I don't know, truck from here to here to here and then empty the whole way back. That seems, so empty 50% of the journey. That doesn't seem all that efficient, I'm going to be honest. So I think this is going to have to just be empty. The trucks, I mean, they're going to be empty 50% of the way anyway, I guess. But I mean, it'd be more, I don't know. I'm just going to set this up the old fashioned way, I think. So let's get a truck depot in here is what we'll do. I'm rotating it the wrong way. We want it to go that way. We want to rotate it just to be essentially right there. I want to raise it up as well because it's not quite where I want it. It is raised weirdly. That's better, I guess. So have it kind of slope down a little bit. Not sure why. Why can't I place it when it's like that, though? That's really strange. I can't actually lower it. I guess it has to be that height to be with the road. So we'll put it over here instead. So something like that. A little bit cheaper. Still right by that farm. And then over here, we can do kind of a similar thing. Rotate you like this. And I guess that's okay. It's not going to be expandable, but I don't think it needs to be. So right about there, I'm curious, can I maybe get another terminal there? I totally can. I can get one more. I think I just got rid of a field, didn't I? Yeah, well, it's gone now, so that's fine. So that's been expanded. This one over here, honestly, they don't need expanded, but I do like expanding them, even though it costs me, you know, a lot of money. We'll expand them anyway. So those have been expanded. This one down here, I am thinking I'm going to be a little bit cheeky with this, because what I think I can do, if I go in here and I go to streets, we unfortunately don't have any one-way streets right now. That's a bit annoying. I also just nearly fell off my chair. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah. I'm getting comfortable, all right? I was getting comfortable and the arm of my chair moved and I almost died. So there you go. I didn't want to share it, but you made me. What I'm thinking I'm going to do though is this, right? And I know this looks weird, but bear with me. So I want to do this and I'm going to put a truck unload spot right there. And then I want to put a truck station over here, right? So rotate that a little bit. So something like, I don't know, something like this should be totally fine. Maybe move it along a little bit. Where can I get it cheaper? It's a little bit cheaper over there. So we'll do that. That'll be fine. We can go ahead and expand it, which is a thing that we're, not really urgently needing to do, but I'm going to expand it anyway. So expand it out that way. And essentially the idea is that we can go ahead and say new line from here going to here. And it loops around exactly the way I want it to. I want the trucks to come down here, and basically they're going to line up on that little road. Obviously, I could use a depot to do this better. Actually, yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's a bit of a waste of money, but I want to use a depot, and I'll show you why. So if I go in with a depot and I say I want 2 platforms on the left side, it means that, I mean, number one, if I do it there, it's expandable. But it means that I can go ahead and essentially have a bunch of different trucks on a bunch of different lines dropping off goods at the same time. I had to make that rhyme. Anyway, that's my thinking there. A lot of money being spent on this, but I am hopeful. I am hopeful that I can make it back. Obviously, my expenses there largely coming from the fact that I've spent tremendous amounts of money. So that's going to go to there, and that'll be fine. And it's going to be a load up on grain, and then you're just going to unload everything, or just unload grain. That's fine. So that one's set up, and I guess that's going to be a cargo truck. That is going to be grain to food 1 is what that's going to be. And then we want to go in, we want to go to new line, and we want to, I think we go here, and we come down, and that's going to go to a different platform. And that is going to be cargo truck grain to food number 2. And we can go in there and say exactly the same thing. You're going to load up on grain. You're going to unload the grain. And this way, with the different platforms, if I kind of expand that thing a little bit, they'll be able to, again, unload a little bit faster. So we have this. Where is it in here that wants the food? So relatively close to this. We could probably drop food off at the same spot. So I think we're gonna, just to save on money. So if we go to here and we say from here to there, we can go in and we can say cargo truck, food to Westminster is what that's going to be. And all we got to do is say load up on food and then unload the food in Westminster. And that will be a back and forth. Obviously, we don't really have any money, but that's fine. Let me have a quick look at you. How are you doing? So you are completely full of stone, which is fantastic news. So that's hopefully going to make killer amounts of money. This thing is going to have enough to load up the boat fully when it gets back. Monetarily speaking, we're making good money off the bricks. Not necessarily enough money, but we're making money off the bricks. So really can't complain there. And I'm trying to think what the best way to do this business here with the farms is going to be. Because I think we can get trucks from this depot for the food line. Is it going to be cheaper for me to build a road depot up here? I kind of feel like it is. I feel like I'm going to save money by building a road depot specifically for this thing. I really genuinely feel like that's the way to do this. So yeah, I think we're going to build a road depot out here, which is maybe a little bit silly, but I'm going to do it. We're going to build a road depot. And then what we need to do is we need to get some vehicles, I guess. So cargo, I'm a little nervous about this because it's a lot of money. We don't have a lot. Can I take loans? Can I take a loan? I can. I'm going to borrow another $1 million is what I'm going to do. I do need to pay that back, but I'm going to borrow it because I have faith in my idea here. And we need these vehicles to be sort of a dark green, and they're going to go on the grain line. We're going to buy 5 more of them. So there we go. 5 of those. We're going to make them that sort of brownish color, and they're going to go on that grain line, and they're immediately going to go get grain, right? So they're obviously, it might take a minute for this one to get going. It's taking more than a minute is what that's doing. Oh my God. How much money did that make? Wait, oh wait, no, earnings. So it's, is it showing 500,000 because I took a loan. Is that what that's doing? Is that showing 500,000 because I took a loan? I think it might be. I think it might be being a bit funny there is what I think the game might be doing, if I'm totally honest. Right, so this guy is actually taking its time. That's not good. This one up here, though, producing like crazy. Really went to town there with the production. Can't complain. Let's get food going then. Let's get the food line going. And I think we're just going to do 5 vehicles in that as well. Is what we'll do. So the food line is that sort of good blue color. So send that, send those trucks out, send those horses out, whatever they are. Away they go. They're going to do their thing. And they're hopefully going to actually make us some money. Why are you not doing anything? Why are you producing nothing? This isn't all one farm, is it? Like, there is nothing coming from that line. I didn't get those trucks, horses, for no reason. All right? This guy here is the right idea. Just saying, What is this? Some cargo items are lost because it's overloaded. That's what you want. Meanwhile, down here, he's just sitting there going, well, I got the order, but I decided I wasn't going to listen to it. I don't know what accent that was, or is. Somewhere between Welsh and Irish, I think. I might be wrong. Is my boat there yet? My boat's almost there. Taking its time, it's taking a minute. It's been 12 years. It's been down the river once in 12 years. I'm sure that's all right. I'm sure no one's keeping score of how long it takes the boat to get down the river. Certainly not me. Don't know what would ever give you that idea. How much money are we looking at? How much? What are we getting? $720,000. You know what, mate? You take your sweet time. You take your time. That is fine, is what that is. Why is this doing nothing? You know what? Bulldoze it. Actually, no. Cancel, because I need to get rid of the trucks first. We're not going to even bother. All right? We're not going to bother with line 1. We're going to go in. We're going to manage the vehicles, select them all, move them over to the other line. We're going to go into that line. We're going to... How do I rename it? How do I rename it? I'm an idiot. It's in... Go here. Go to you. Go to you. And that's going to be food number 1. All right? There we go. So food 1 is that one. How do I... Why do I not know how to delete a line? Where's the... Oh my God. I feel... Hold on. So that is line statistics. This is the manager. Right. You, goodbye. All right? Don't need that one anymore. Also, probably don't need you. Bye-bye. So we got the money back for that. We moved the vehicles to the other line. So success should happen, right? We'll go in. We'll manage the vehicles. We'll make them bright green because I'm a rebel without a cause. And I will make the line itself bright green as well because I can. There we go. So bright green. Some of them have things to drop off. 15,000 per delivery. Honestly, not bad. They do sort of take their sweet time when they're making a delivery though, which is why I really wanted there to be 2 of them. But that's fine. Are we making food? We are. So food is being made, which will then get taken to Westminster. And honestly, I feel like I can't complain. This thing over here, decent number of bricks. I feel like we need to move more of those. So let's go to line statistics. Let's go to Wichita Bricks. Let's go to manage vehicles. Wichita Bricks is not the line I thought I wanted. It's Bricks to Westminster that I wanted. And I want to duplicate them. There we go. So that way we'll have more vehicles in that line to actually move the bricks and hopefully make some money. I'm also wondering if we can maybe get enough money from this line to get another boat. I'm not sure that we do. This is definitely producing enough, and there's enough in storage, I think, to make it work. I'm just not sure, is all I'm saying. Anyway, let's look at profits. So the boat is making crazy money. The food line is making money. The loop is surprisingly making money. Bricks to Westminster, hopefully someday, will make money. And even though the loop isn't making much, I'm honestly kind of impressed by it. You know, like, we had so many loops on the old map, on the first map that we did, that just didn't make anything. So it's really hard to be angry. It's really hard to look at it and be like, oh, you're not making much. Because it's making something, you know, and that's more than most of them did. It's doing its best, is what I'm saying. It is doing its best. And really, that's all we can ask for. Unfortunately, what isn't doing its best is this boat. It is, quite frankly, terrible. It's just not frequent enough. And I don't think another one would actually wind up making any money. Look how slow it is. Look at it. It's a joke. It's what it is. Honestly, it is a joke. I feel like we got a boat way too early. But, you know, there's no point. We don't need to point fingers. We don't need to say it was anyone's fault. You know, it was, I like to feel, even though I'm recording this video before the previous one went out and I couldn't possibly have read the comments, I like to feel that the decision was a collective one. I like to think that we all thought the boat would be a good idea, and therefore we are all really to blame for it being a terrible, terrible decision. Anyway, 6,700 for the food coming into Westminster. I doubt that's going to lead to profits on that line. The frequency's not bad, but I doubt that's going to lead to substantial profits. I think that'll pick up though, because I'm pretty sure these guys are all going to be hauling some grain at this point. So that line, I imagine, will start making, I mean, it is making money, but I imagine it can make considerably more, possibly with more vehicles, which is really tempting to do. So I'm going to be a little dangerous, and I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to put 20 vehicles in that line because I think it can handle it. And then at some point, we're going to put a lot of vehicles on the food line as well, but it's definitely not going to be right now. And thinking about it, 20 vehicles here is probably not a great idea. I wonder if I could be cheeky. Let me try something. I have an idea. New line. I want to go from here, and I want to go to there. And I'm wondering, can I do that as cargo truck? I realize that CT used to be, let's just do C for cargo, because CT is cargo train, I've just realized. Let's just do, this is grain to food number 2. I'm gonna need to go through and rename all of these, but that's fine. We'll just do that really, really quick. So that cargo boat is probably, yeah, that's fine, because B is bus anyway. So take the C out of all of, or take the T out of all these guys. And yeah, so my thinking is if I was to go in and say that I wanted to take half of the vehicles off of this line, so manage them. I don't want to select all of them. I want to select about 10 of them. So 7, 8, 9, 10. If I move them onto that line, is that going to work? Is my question. It looks like it might. And that's going to do exactly what I wanted it to do. In fact, could I be bolder and say that we wanted another terminal? I feel like I could. And I feel like we could go in and we can say that you go to terminal 2, you go to terminal 1, and therefore we have, they're all going to the same place, but it means they can all pick up at the same time and deliver at the same time. I doubt it's going to do that much for us, but I have this feeling. I just have this feeling that that might not be a terrible idea. I'm hoping it isn't a terrible idea. The good news is some of these trucks do still have the, so grain to food 2, like they do still have the cargo, right? So your food 2, I mean, yeah, so I guess they do. That's fine. So that should hopefully work. Both lines should be equally profitable at some point, and it's still double the number of vehicles, so that's okay. Only thing I want to do is go in and say, let me see here, go to you, manage vehicles. I kind of want them to be like a dark green. Let's just make them light green, just change the line color, I guess. So you manage line, let's just make it the same light green. They're all doing the same thing, they're all going to the same place. So hopefully that'll be good. And I mean, food production, it's picked up a little bit. So hopefully that goes well. Where's our boat? Where's our boat? Oh, it's, oh my God. It doesn't even make it once a year. It makes, like, it seriously makes this journey like once every 5 years. There's people on that boat there's kids in that boat have been born there and haven't seen the land. Well, they have seen it. They're on the boat. They're looking out to the, you know, oh, Papa, why have I not ever set foot on that green thing over there? Well, that's because, son, we are sea folk. But Papa, I've read about the sea. This isn't it. I shouldn't be able to see whatever that is from the sea. Shut up, son. But Papa. Shut up, son. All right. That's what I imagine it's like in the boat. It's just run by a family that never gets off of it. And then, like, anyone that doesn't believe it, they just kick them off when they get to a port. It's like, non-believer. He believes the land is the way to. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure where this is going. All right. I'm really not sure. I'm going to slow down the dates a little bit, is what I'm going to do. We're going to do half. We're going to do quarter speed. What is my, I'm not doing this. There we go. So yeah, we're going to do quarter speed because I'm curious to see, like, what do you not cost per month? So your running costs are still the same per year. Does that mean that at quarter, because you run at the same speed, does that mean that you are costing me the same? So your running costs should have gone up because I've slowed down time. Unless slowing down time is a way to, like, totally cheat and win the game, but I would doubt it. I would really doubt it. Anyway, let me have a look at these lines again. So balance-wise, the grain lines are doing exactly what I wanted them to do. The rate could, or the frequency could be a little bit better. The bricks line doing pretty good. Stone to cargo boat doing good. Food to Westminster doing good. That bricks line isn't making as much as I would have liked. And this Wichita loop is dropping off a little bit, which is kind of grim, but what can you do? What can you do at the end of the day? It's just the way it is, I suppose. Let me take a look up here. So this is actually full. So we really could. We do have the cargo, I think, to get 2 boats going up and down there. And I would absolutely love, I think, again, I'm saying I think a lot, but I really think I'd love to maybe use boats on this map the way I used planes on the last one. I'm not sure. I mean, they're obviously slower, considerably slower, but I would love to get boats just moving stuff. Like this line here, this one with the stone going up and down, I feel like that could be a long-term line, especially since we are going to try and max out Westminster at this point. So I feel like that could be a really good long-term line. We have got coal right on the coast here as well, so that could be moved onto a boat. We have more coal, we have some iron, so load all that up onto a boat. We've got iron here as well. I don't know where any of it's going. I'm just putting it on a boat apparently, but load up all of that and take it, I don't know, where is it gonna go? Where do we have a here? So right here, so some of it won't need loaded up. Is that the only steel mill? Is that, no, there's one down here. Oh, hello. So we could actually, yeah, we could actually load a lot of that up on a boat and bring it down to this steel mill right down here, which would be very interesting because I imagine that would make a lot of money. So get one boat for a whole bunch of, get one boat for a whole bunch of coal, one boat for a whole bunch of iron, and then bring it down here. And then where does that steel go? What do we need? We need machines over here, so that's an option if we really want it. We've got a sawmill and a and forest, so we could actually make machines here if we really wanted to. Can you stop telling me about the conditions of the vehicles? I know the vehicles are terrible. They've been about for 16. They're 16-year-old horses that were still working terribly. I'm aware the vehicles are in awful condition. I say vehicles. The wagons are probably fine. The horses are going to be going about there with Zimmer frames, most likely. But what can I do? All right, I'm not made of money. Unfortunately, I'm just not made of money. That's not how this works. So the horses, honestly, they're going to have to deal with it. All right, they're going to work into their 50s at this rate. It's going to be 1901, and we are going to have some 51-year-old horses that are, that's horrible. It's not even, I'm committing to it. We're going to have 51-year-old horses pulling wagons is what we're going to have. Because we can't afford to replace them. I mean, we can, but I also sort of can't afford to replace them right now. Why is this line not making money? Is it? It should be. And it is moving cargo. I wonder if I could, you know, I'm going to be bold is what I'm going to do. I just said I can't replace the horses. I'm going to duplicate them on each line is what I'm going to do. Because I feel like, honestly, I can probably afford it. That does also improve the frequency, which is what we want. So manage vehicles, select all of them, duplicate. Bada boom. There we go. So that'll hopefully just make it ridiculous around here is what I'm hoping for. Not sure why you guys got shipped out of this place. That's going to lower the profits a little bit for a little while, but sure. That's fine. I'm hoping that's going to make serious money, though. This is pretty much the same strategy that we used on the first map that we did as well. So combine grain with one or two other things, get food going. That seems all right. It is very early game to be getting construction materials, though, so I'm quite pleased about that, if I'm totally honest. That's something I wasn't expecting to start with. So really can't complain. Why have we just gone minus 500,000 so quickly? It's the boat. It really is. It really is just the boat. It just does this. That's depressing. I just feel like we can't afford you. You know, I want the boat. Like, you see this guy right here, whatever his name is. What's his name? You? What are you? Frank? You know, I want the boat. I feel like we can't afford it. I really do. We might have to put the seafaring dreams on hold, you know? Unfortunately, our dreams of seamen might just be for nothing right now.